سڵاو قوتابیانی خۆشەویست ئەوڕۆکە ئێمە باسی ڕسپارەتەری سیستم دەکەین. ڕسپارەتەری سیستم پێک هاتووە دوو بەشی سەرەکی ئەپە ڕسپارەتەری تاکت واتە بەشی سەرەوە لەوە ڕسپارەتەری تاکت واتە بەش خوارەوە. ئەپە ڕسپارەتەری تاکت پێک هاتووە لە نێزل کاڤیتی فەرەنکس لەرەنکس لەوە ڕسپارەتەری پێک هاتووە لە تراکیای پرایمەری برۆنکای لانگس. Respiratory system function supply the body with oxygen and dispose of carbon dioxide. Filtering aspirated air water هواکە تصفیە دەکات. Produce sound دەنگ دەهێنێت. Containing receptor for smell. Rigid of the body of some exercise water and heat. Help regulation of pH واتە pH خوێنش ڕێک دەخاتەوە. External noise کە سەرەتا دەستپێکردنەوە بزانین چی is formed by nasal body, nasal part of the frontal bone, frontal process of the maxilla, series of the cartilage in the lower part, a small zone of the fibrofatty tissue that form the lateral margin of the nostril. The cartilage of the nasal septum comprising the central support of this framework. The cavity of the nose subdivided by the nasal septum into two quite separated compartments. One open on the exterior by the nares and into the nasopharynx by the posterior nasal aspirator coni. Immediately within a nares is a small dilatation vestibule which is lined in its lower part of the stiff striated hair. Nasal cavity. The nasal cavity has floor, roof, lateral wall, medial or septal wall. The floor of the nasal cavity, palatine process maxilla, horizontally, plate palatine bona. The skin of the ala and the lower part of the septum are supplied by branches from the facial artery. Roof, anteriorly by the nasal bone and frontal bone. In the middle by the cribriform plate of the ethmoid bone. Posteriorly by bone of the sphenoid bone. The medial wall of the nasal cavity, the nasal septum divides the nasal cavity into the right and left halves. It has osseous and cartilaginous part, but is cartilaginous to them. Nasal septum consisting of the perpendicular part of the ethmoid bone superiorly. The inferior vomer, septal cartilage anterior. The lateral part of the nasal cavity marked by three projections: superior concha, middle, inferior concha. The space below each concha is called meatus. Nasal cavity وكل رسمة كده موت بنقولنا إسقانا كان هذا أي part إسقانا كان خوي من دانا. Meatus passages are located below the concha. It have four sinuses, frontal sinus, maxillary sinus, ethmoid sinus, sphenoid sinus. Pharynx throat. Pharynx is a conical fibromuscular tube forming the upper part of the air and the food passage. That was about 4 centimeters. Located of the pharynx behind the nose and mouth and larynx. Division could divided into 3 sections by location: nasopharynx, oropharynx, laryngopharynx. Nasopharynx superior most region of the pharynx located directly posterior to the nasal cavity and superior to the soft palate, which separates the oral cavity. Normally, only air passes through. In the lateral wall of the nasopharynx, paired auditory eustachian tubes connected the nasopharynx to the middle ear. Posterior nasopharynx wall also houses a single pharyngeal tonsil, commonly called adenoid.